I was born to parents that both battled addiction, but my mom raised me. And my grandma and grandpa were a big part of my life. And that's where church began for me, was going regularly with my grandma and grandpa. My teenage years, I lived the party life and did some crazy things, and I had my daughter when I was 19, so it was amazing that I was able to be the mother I was and be grounded enough for her. And looking back at that, I definitely feel like that was a God thing, to keep me grounded enough to be a mom. Around 2012, I had a coworker who had been bugging me for quite some time to go to church with her. And at that same time, I could feel the Holy Spirit working on me. I was feeling guilty for the life I was living. And I also was in countless relationships trying to fill a void. So finally, I gave in and I went to church with her. And it was then I knew that's what I had been missing. Shortly after that, I met my husband, who has helped me in my journey for sure. He was active in a church. I went to his church for a while, and that church ended up closing down. So together we didn't go to church for a couple years. And then we realized about a year ago that we had to get back. We were on a mission to find our church home, and we went to a few churches and nothing just felt like home. I drove by the light and I saw it and I was like, I haven't heard of that before. So I checked it out on Facebook and I scrolled through quite a bit, and it really seemed like a good place. And so I remember the Sunday we visited, I was kind of feeling a little frustrated because we just couldn't find our home, and we both longed for somewhere where we felt like we belong. And so when we finally went, I remember walking into the sanctuary and just feeling God like I never had. He was in there like everywhere, almost like an embrace. My husband and I knew, probably 5 minutes into it, we just knew, and the tears just flowed, and they still do. And I know that it's the Holy Spirit working on me. And that was just confirmation to me that day that I had finally began my journey on where I needed to be, and to experience feeling His presence like that was the best. It's so strange because I'm an introvert, and I have been coming out of my shell like I never have before. Like my husband, we've been together going on 7 years, and he is like, who are you? It's kind of cool. He's what we need. He's there when you think He's not. To love like Jesus does. Like, these people really genuinely care about you, and so when you get to experience that, it kind of just clicks, and you're like, wow, I want to be like that. I want to love, be more like Jesus. I'm Amber Ames, and this is me.